Hi, it's Stephen here from Son of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 15 of the April daily draw. So let's see what message we get today. And I'll be taking the first card from the Druidcraft Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Celtic Spirit Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Hopefully without dropping any of the cards. Okay, here we go. And we'll go... We have the Justice card. Interesting. This tells us to whatever we do is to be true and fair in all our actions, our words that we communicate, and in the way we think about things. We need to balance the situation objectively. When the Justice card comes out, to me personally, this always signals the need for some objectivity. I'm not saying that's the only meaning of the card. It isn't. We might explore some other meanings of this card. But to me, and I think it is contained really within the meaning of the card and of the word justice and the concept of justice. Because justice is supposed to be objective, not swayed by any preferences or prejudices. It's an objective of the facts of the situation. You step back, you take the emotional, don't be too emotional about it. Sometimes the emotions can sway us a certain way or another. The way we feel about something, the way that we are emotionally connected to it. So sometimes we have to take a step back and look at it from the outside point of view. As if someone else was in our position, how would we see it? Would we perceive it a different way? Would we perceive it a different way? But how, and if so, how would it differ? And if we struggle to be objective in our present situation, maybe we need to seek out someone else's opinion. Now, we have to be careful, we have to be discerning, we have to choose the right person. Will it be a professional? Will it be a friend that we can trust, that will give us an honest but fair answer? Because it's got to be honest and fair and true to the situation, that they won't be judgmental, that they will treat us fairly. They won't sugarcoat it, but they won't be too heavy either. You know, they will just state what they see as the facts, as they see them, and perhaps give us a different perspective. That's if we struggle in the situation to be objective. But if we feel that we can, you know, take ourselves out of it a bit and look at it, as I say, put ourselves in someone else's shoes. Well, how would I view this if someone came to me in this exact same situation? How would I advise them? That's usually what would be my communication to them. And when we answer that question, then we can say to ourselves, well, shouldn't that be what we are saying to, literally saying to ourselves that which we would say to them? And if not, why is it different for us? Now, it may be that for us, there may be an element where we can justify why it might be slightly different for us, but not usually. So If we can be objective, then be objective. If not, go and seek an objective point of view, is what I'm saying here. Look at the facts. See, get to the bottom of the facts. Look at the facts, the pros and cons, and balance them up in the scales, as it were, as represented here. And which side does it come on? Is the evidence, not our hopes, not our wishes, not our prejudices, not not our preferences or whatever. But when the facts are weighed, which side does it come down on? Is this the right thing to do? Is this the wrong thing to do? And that's how we come to a fair and honest judgment that's true to ourselves and to the situation. So the more facts, truths of the situation, the sword of truth here, the weighing up in the scales, the evaluation, the fair and just evaluation of the true facts is how we come to discern what is the right conclusion or judgment or the just outcome or pathway that we or of action that we should take. And that's what the Justice card represents. It's taking the right way, going what's true to ourselves, true to the situation, that is right according to the facts, and not necessarily the easy way that would make us, feel good about it. But maybe if we choose the wrong way, we may feel good about it for a time, but then when that wears off, we may end up feeling worse because of the wrong path that we took or the wrong decision that we made. So that's why it may be more difficult for us to come to terms with, but making the right decision at the right time will pay off in the long run because it will make things easier down the line. Because it will be a just and fair and true outcome of the assessment of the situation. So that's what the Justice card would say to us. When justice fails, sometimes it's because it doesn't just listen to the facts. There are other things tipping the scales one way or another that's unfair, and that's what brings about injustice. And that's why we must use a true scale. We don't tip the scales either way. We let the facts determine the outcome. And that's what the Justice card suggests to us. Okay, well, not suggests, but would instruct us to do as the best course of action. But of course, we do have a choice. The choice is ours. So here's the Oracle card, and we have the hare. We have the hare. Look at that. I love the tree. I love that the hare is underground with the roots. And the other hare is above the ground looking upwards. We've got the light, we've got the dark. So we've got the two elements there that maybe we need to weigh up, the pros and cons. Otherworld, shapeshift, fertility. Growth comes by, where does the growth come to? Are we going to find it by getting down into the roots? Maybe, because that's where the growth comes from. That's where the nutrients come from. We may see the growth above, and we're looking for guidance, where the guidance might be right down here at the root of the situation. So maybe we need to get to the root of the situation rather than looking up, expecting something that the universe may give us a sign in the sky, perhaps, when the solution is down at the ground and in the ground at the root of the situation, because that's where the life comes from. It's where, yes, it needs the sunlight as well to grow. It needs both. So, but we need to determine, are we getting to the root of the situation? Or are we turning our eyes away because we don't want to look at some of the facts, getting to the root of the problem? That ties in here. So having that objective, fair and true viewpoint will help us have the growth that we need. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 16. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.